Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself, whatever your time zone may be. My name is Mary Apia. I'm the face of this channel. As I said, that I'll be coming on live with another wonderful person to tell us more about the reason why the need for insurance. And I believe it's very, very important that we do that. So I have with me my guest, Sister Mavis, who is also based in United Kingdom here. She is going to tell us about everything concerning insurance. So if you have any questions, anything you want to ask about it, you can bring up your question here. Or even if you're watching a replay later, you can get in touch with me. I believe she's going to leave her details so that you can get in touch with her too. So not to waste much of your time, I hope you're going to enjoy it. Feel free and get in touch. And don't forget to subscribe and share so that other people too will get to know about this. Thank you very much. So, good evening, Sister Mavis. Good evening.
Good evening, Sister Mary. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
All is well. Thanks for asking.
Thank God. So, I thank you for coming. I thank you for honoring my invitation. I'm very, very pleased to have you here. With all your busy schedules, you find time to come and tell us about insurance. I'm very pleased to have you. I hope your family and business, work, everything is fine. I hope
All is
everything.
well, my dear. I am so honored. I'm so grateful to be on this great platform. I don't take it for granted. So I appreciate you also for bringing me here. And I say hello to all your fans and all your loved ones too.
Thank you so much. So, if you don't mind telling us about yourself, what you do, everything about you, you want to know?
Okay. Thank you once again. I hope you don't mind as we talk. We speak our local language as well, just for the sake of our fellow Ghanaians. So as we talk, we try to mix the language, speak a little bit of some of the local language, just for our fellow Ghanaians to know that yes, we are real Ghanaians and we can speak that language.
That's
So
fine.
that's just by the way. I know we are here just to talk about why the need for insurance, why insurance at all. So I'm just so pumped up because it's one of the crucial areas that most people don't really have insight in it. Okay. And apart from that, some people have heard about it. I'm using heard because they don't have their personal experience. They heard it from a third party, second party, and they have built it upon. And
Yeah,
those opinions are not really pleasant. It's negative in quotes.
yeah.
So I am here to, take out those negative opinions. Let us learn. Let us find out what really is all about insurance. And then we take it from there.
That's fine. Good, good. So, it's all yours now. Let's keep it rolling.
Right. Anyway, first of all, my name is Mavis from Poma. Once again, my sister Mary has introduced me, but that's my full name. I am a protection advisor. When I say protection advisor, it's an expert area in insurance. What this means is that there are several areas of insurance, and my area is in protection. We have mortgages, we have wealth, other areas of insurance, but then that is my area. Sorry. And for the sake of protocol reasons or FCA regulations, I wouldn't be mentioning where I work from. Okay. Social media platforms, and then working as a protection advisors. We have so many regulations that guide us. So forgive me, let your audience forgive me that I wouldn't be mentioning which company I stand for. But then I'll drop my number. If anybody is interested, reach out to me. Then we talk into detail. I'll let you know what I stand for or which company I represent. So sorry about that. I'm not saying which company I stand for, but I am a protection advisor. So we are talking about protection only, okay, for today. Maybe another time that we come, we might dive into another area. But today, let's bring our minds to protection only. Like I said, there are other several areas. Okay, some of the terminologies and the meaning when it comes to the area of protection or insurance is we often hear this term premium, we hear policyholder, we hear claims, lump sum, benefits, providers, term of validity. I'd like to explain these terms into detail. I remember one of my clients told me, why is it that, when you are explaining cover for us, you use these terms, sometimes we don't understand it. So that really sucked into my heart. So I have taken it upon myself that anytime I meet my fellow Ghanaian and I'm trying to set up a policy for him or her, I try to, use our local language so you understand it better and you know the value of what you have. So I'm sure we've heard about the term premium. When we say premium, what we mean is your monthly bill, your monthly charge. Mede ba your chrome kasa mu abosome nea wobetua bia efa wo insurance na wo no eno ne friend premiums. So premiums are your monthly bills towards the policy that you have. Okay, another terminology that we often hear is policyholder. Now, when we say policyholder, it means you, the one that you went to do that insurance. So whether it is a car insurance, whether it is a life insurance, income protection, which I will explain all those into details as we go along, you are the policyholder. You went for that insurance. It is covering you, okay? So when you hear policyholder, it means the one who has been insured or the one who has got for insurance. Okay, another terminology that we often hear is claim. Claim. The claim is the amount on your policy. Okay, so if you are making a claim, what this means is that as at the time that you applied for the policy, you were looking out that in case something should happen, you'll be entitled to some benefit. Okay, and that benefit we say you are claiming. Sister Mary, are you asking me something?
No.
Okay. All right. And we also call it lump sum or benefit amount. So when you hear lump sum, it also means benefit amount. But the difference is that lump sum is that means is that the money is paid to you in bulk. Okay. So when you hear lump sum, the money is paid to you in bulk. So for instance, when you go for life insurance, the money or the benefit is paid to you in bulk. It's one off. So as soon as that money is being paid to you, the policy comes to an end and you don't have any cover again, which is for most of the policies. For other policies, it may carry on, but lump sum, like what I'm saying, is money is paid at one go. Okay. Sometimes you could have your money being paid on a monthly basis. Like when you go for income protection, the money or the benefit amount is being paid on a monthly basis, not a lump sum. So those are the differences or the variations between what a lump sum is and the benefit amount.
Please,
Okay,
can you say that in three, please?
okay, that's fine. It's you can't lump sum na you can't sika na eda o policy ni so no. Nti me fa say wakoye life insurance. Wakoye say nyame fa sa ma se bibi si ana bibi to me a sika na eda so no muntua ni nyina ma me bom. Nti me fa say wakoye life insurance. Oni wo kunu na koye ye. Nyame fa sa ma mo mu ba ko afim. Nti mo ye ne se ba se mu bi fim a insurance for entua sa sika we no. Emma monti etua sa sika ni nyina bo ma obum a ya ka se yetua o benefit na ma lump sum. Nti lump sum as no.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we also hear about providers. Nti ya ka insurance providers a omo ma o insurance no. Nti me company na me wo no ye ma insurance but ye wo ho se ye beboa na ye recommend the right product insurance companies no wo no e dey am clients. Nti oti providers metimi abobo bi din bi we enye for protocol reasons. You sure say nyina yate Aviva, yate Legal and General, yate Guardian. Omo nyina ye insurance providers. Omo ma insurance. Oti providers a company no omo ma insurance no. That is what it stands for. And the last terminology which we commonly hear is term or validity. Na ne wo mo ne say insurance bi a bekwa akoye bia no. O time ma insurance no ebewu. Okay, or time my insurance ni be would say nay you insurance ebia in the next 30 years no ebebe wie nti eno na yeka say the term of your policy and that's the validity of your policy. Me fa say meya your kitchen your product you use your kitchen canned product and that's a box product expiry date wo ho nti ne trend say free time ma manufacturer na ye ekosi time ma product ne be say no sa time no na ye valid ma wo se udi a enko haw nti saa na wo de ba insurance mu nso a ete ye wo validity of a policy no nti saa valid time na se BBC a obetimi a claim o sika no eno ne efre ne term of your policy.
Okay.
Samary asembisa bi o
Pacho there be enko.
okay. Na eya na mpempi enkrofo bisa se denti kra na wo se me insurance eno nti ene ye wo hanom denti ene wo se me insurance eya asembisa kese na ne nti a ewo se ye insurance ne se menu mienu ye nim ne daache ewo ho maye na meka daache a memfa wadwe nkwa chichichichi se the next 10 years the next 2 decades and not say even centuries to come. No, daache or chineya daache the next hour the next minute a enemy menu mienu enim ne won bi enti se ye kase insurance a wo yes an hyehyeye no e de bo ho ban se nyame fasa ma ebi atorenchem ebi abrabo mu yare bi bibi a entimi ma wonko ma na wonde wo ho na de bia se de wo ye wo normal duties no wontimi nye biem no ade bi e be prevent wo no wo ye insurance e de bo wo ho ban na wo ye insurance okay bibi
O kase daache no nkai si ma meta ka cha mi say daache no ene wonne. My mother used to say it. Say the future is today.
that's what I say.
Person che say ya obe no ne no ene na ebe kire wo china.
Thank you.
Nti daache nye say wo betwan ya na wo nyi edu bebi ana say wo daache ana say no today ene na no it's your daache. Today is your future.
Me no ya dream me ba. Me no ya dream pa. And I'm saying
go for bebre wa almost throw that life insurance way so mo be because obi catch me say only o partner ya na say o partner na fe hu say sika bi sa de chi ahia na wakofa eche na wakodi ubone this and say sika na ewo mu no nti go for bebre me I feel say they want to do it but they think that their partner might be thinking the other way around because of the money that it's involved, you understand? So they are afraid of doing certain things like that. They prefer maybe doing it on their own without their partner knowing it or with their kids. Nti sana kwa bebre na sure. Nti ye bi abetimi a cheche ni maybe kakra masa fear no. Living nipa if nipa so that's it.
No correct. Me no ya dream. In fact, throughout my experience and as my expert as a protection advisor, I've encountered so many of this situation. So, in fact, it's something that is really of a fact. But one thing that I would say is that there's something that we call data protection. Okay, it's just like dealing with a solicitor or a legal practitioner. We are bounded by laws. We are issued license to operate in this, field. So we don't do things on our own. Like I said, I couldn't even mention the company that I stand for because I'm on social media and we are guided by FCA rules, which is the Financial Conduct Authority. So this data protection binds we the clients and then you the client and we the protection advisors. What this means is that if you are married or you are in a relationship and for some reason you don't want your partner to be aware that you have any insurance in place, yes, you can go ahead and do it on your own. You can go ahead. I've had several cases that, the partner wants to do it in the absence of the other one. I've had issues that, I need to meet clients in their various offices because they don't want, their partners to have an idea that they are doing this cover. And it is their own private life. I cannot invade in people's privacy. The reason why they don't want their partners to get involved, it's their own private life. But then some of them that do open up, like what you rightly said, it's all a matter of trust. Okay, they don't trust their partners. So they feel like, oh, if my partner gets to know that this is what I have, he or she may even think of, taking out my life before my own
Yeah.
time. It's very funny, but it's real. It's real. So, as an advisor, what I would say is that yes, there are options. If you want to have a cover for yourself and your children alone, leaving out your partner, it can't be done. Just speak to us. Just speak to us. There are ways and means to do that. The only benefit that you get when you do it as couples, which is a joint policy, is that it is comparatively cheaper. That is the only benefit. And then no so not say trust one semu ni honoma. E ma bibia dead. Say ya cover. It is a wona wo fi mu a me kwaje. Me so me fi ma wo kwaje. Nti say wo be kumi ana say wo be yi me fra asase so sa yede. But and America no e awaresem and e trust. Until it goes a long way. Until no hwe na say feeli okay, unchada nye okay. I mean, ubetimi aye. Mami bi ameye na de man just by the way. Ye didi nkomo na mse na mami na daddy wo he because daddy ba na yetena se ne di nkomo na nke be ye fine o. Na mumienu kra matimi decide together. Manu ensikra o se me kunu be ka ho kwa de insurance ni jai. Mi nyanye. Say how.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
I said, "Nene mommy, jaja kamenyanye." And I'm so, mommy, sorry. Yeah, mumu dear as advisors. Sometimes ye can. Into ebia not nipa no say partner you're interested or joining a boa. And one of the things is that our for yin say omun kita hu di ana decision no mo robe. Nti so ba na e opese oni ne kunu di hu nkomo. Se be ma na e ya opese oni ne yiri di hu nkomo. Nti se one ba ku hia. Edu time omu decide os mpese me ne me kunu kwadwen ho. Ye momu die nka ye be pese anka awarefo be ye together but to say the wo can trust ho asem ene aware mu nsem ne niema bebre nti no so nko apese we ya utimi ye akwan down. Okay, and na me buso na make say e dem kra ne insurance na adenti na wo say ye insurance am say ye botai nti ye wo hanom no insurance ye ede for that chin ze na South America no nti abrabo ya ye boy ne ye nyina e ye da chi asem nti ne ye say ye nei nko ade anka ye nha ye ho bebre but ye hwe se da chi bi no enema beko yie enu nti na ye de sa bambo ene san hihye ye ne gu honom if say ye koye nimi obi nim ne besi na nsenya ye football ya obobol ma Ghana Christian Achu free mu ya ye nyina ye nim ne to no na obi beka se senka no nim se sa to renche mu kra beto no take ya senka wanko but then abraboni mu akukuhwi ase the unforeseen has happened ayana me ne bebre ka se obi si oh me de me Kristo ni me jidi ni oh bibia antome bone bia antome yes it is true nyame aye somo no ye gini di ye bompa ye de bia no anadwo say me bo bi pa me wo group bi me join ni ye hu mpa ye ni bi yes ye boss empire no e de ye ho nya eto nyame so say eniyema bi sa no emben ye but ni nyina wo kese ni nsem ono pe e no decide nti so decide say emra me no mienu ye ni ho ano yie na ne ye hu e wo adesua mu any experience say eye na sa niyema we si a yes arewo yes obi afiri mu yes yare abo obi ato ha ma ontimi nkom mabiem but adwendwen eda nipa so bebre na akoye sikasem nti enye yare no mpo na wodwen ho enye sebi nipa na wawu no mpo na say ne ho adwendwen da so na mom wodwen ho say me kuna wafi mi me yira wafi mu say me ne nkola ye be ye den wo ye den so a wo hia sika. In my experience, there are so many issues of nipa na ka semeye wanye na fe the unforeseen see. Afe Syria, I to said the o abrabo wadru staircase stro. Na fe wasate te abasan abedru fom. Eya reho obia pese na busua anase na brabo no edi yie no kɔ nanim. Nti se sa niema ni si na efa sika ho na ekoba ne se I to say abrabo na wabɔ no wo san tete asan a ati say why waste your time. Nti ye sa niema we nyina de gu akwan mu se ne be ya se ekoba se bibi sa esi wo kwan mu a Yes, the unforeseen has happened, but we will concentrate or focus on it solely without thinking about the financial restrainer. So Mary, me sure say ebi a wo papa na say wo mama man kan yi afa che me se nka omo gija wa japade yi di insurance akese ma wa bi kura nka krom ha nka ma ha me bo ana
Me mami mom di otias na papa na aka baby. E mom ni awako na no kre.
enti no sikani bia na se sebi obi oyo defuo bia no onye sika ana onye ahode a opese entoa so even wawu krampo no ni ho no opese entoa so nko the next generation sana insurance tie it is transfer of wealth. It is transfer of wealth. And obi baby say nti sikani nko an ohia insurance ana se sebi ohia ni ne hia insurance ana ye nyina ye hia insurance na mmom hwe mu a nka sebi ne ne ho kire no ono kura na nka ohia ne pa ohia ne kese pa. Nti ye insurance e dey secure your family. Ye insurance e cater for risk a eda ye ni mu abrabo mu a me no mienu ye nim. Na na me ye meeting na se me ne client hia na me bisa enkrofo adwenkyere wo insurance a responses a me nya na ebi ni say Pastor Mary ma me bisa ompo we de wo na ye host ba ma me bisa wo adwenkyere wo insurance ho na me nto pa me nkomo. Ne woni bi ampacho feel free naka na yemboa the other phone.
Mate. Bisa question then.
But why didn't share insurance on them?
My didn't share insurance. Insurance then what I know before, Nina Minimpa only about life insurance.
Okay.
And open an first na mate life insurance sebi obika baby a nyamu omo ne be ma ebusua na ma motimi de akra nipa no e de esiesie na ma like moja ne kwan kama ase na nimunyama ma ne ko na ma but no as time goes on na me be hu niwa bebre cover insurance etimi cover we yare a sebi bibi ni na wontimi nye adwuma bioma na bibi ubetimi ebia uye adwuma wo uye healthcare professional baby a uye adwuma no so say wonya infection bi nso a enu ni na wo ni insurance so wo ho nti sa ni mani na menim until say menem miknu ye insurance ni bi ansana we got to know all that.
Okay. I think say what you share now with the moment it's solid and that's true, but it's somehow limited. You are limiting yourself to one aspect of insurance, but then well done. The reason why I asked this question is that when you ask clients and as a prospect say, "Oh my dream share insurance," will be so insurance for the omo yakrom for yes in quote. It be kind of blame insurance providers omo you know omo yakrom for. Na no mo ka na matwe me pen na me paper na me tro na me sre ewe obi so say oh insurance there oh yeah you be can they do time I open so claim ya na fe nsem bebre atoda kra osika no kra na amfa ne nyina ma anase ye ntua kra amount me the insurance the way me dem nye obi so say oh I don't believe in insurance obi so say me dem nyanwu you me very young so I bring me the insurance here. I'm not going to die now and I won't fall sick. Those are some of the responses that we get. Okay, and as some of the misconceptions that free for so far as insurance is concerned. But as an insurance advisor and as a protection advisor, one of the reasons in Tia Obika say insurance providers thieves and as they do time I will claim my into ya. I know ye me no pay. Okay. Yes, true. It is undeniably, deny very true. Little percentage, in fact, say 100%, maybe 3%, it will fall in that category. It can happen that you made a policy and at the time of claim on sanka usika anase usika no kran yama half yamfani nyina ma anase claim procedure no ho nsem bebre. Said ya make an enema mienu penetimi sa baako non-disclosure. Na make non-disclosure time your application and Sister Mary and pempi no mo fan cheme ye chrome for no ɛyɛ na yɛdi fɔ wɔ saa adeɛ wei ho adeɛ no a yɛyɛ no yɛni bere de ma no. We don't know the value of what we are going for. You name the worth of it. Or rush it. Until you be a question be oh yes, Bibia, yes, everything, yes, Bibia positive, yes. I didn't want to say cry, yes. And I feel so no, yeah, then welcome pack and also Brenna. So Benya da partner say, now what kind of huni ye wo mu pa there be on kind. And in the time I weigh application, you be a question, and especially about your medical situation. Wapomuden wasem. You be oh, Sister Mary, and you be our pomuden wasem at saying, oh, minyari. Last time I go home GP that bay. Oh, me go home GP a check. Now then and how oh a normal checkup, man, your flu, and I'm calling a jaw mammy, your friend is a flu tablet to be a no apet minyari. Okay, no problem. As an advisor, I will just hold on to information now with your mommy. Your application no be successful. Ube starting with your premiums. Remember some mature premiums no. Obosume be a charge na eda ho no ma policy no. Eno ne o premiums. Who start to say wutia. Afe wo ko anima na afe ni empese e bete no aba sebi owuo yare ana bibie si a ema untimi command. Afe na dru time a wo be hu insurance no wo mfa so. Wo koye claim. E ho na asem ne beba no. Afe wo koye claim na abeda di se Sister Mary, that my application one kind of crabby and tray. No crabby, na high blood pressure be she ho, na cholesterol be she ho, nina one can't tray, diabetes, nina one can in tray. Also, we okay. A banessa, na being simpy. Insurance providers, and it's okay. Send you one kind of crunch tray, dear, and yes, Zicano, and finding you more, you my half. And I say, yeah, mau be cry. And as a bema claim procedure na kwaya tin kofa document we bra I feel say na dey we yakra me ye kra mfa so be na wo so mfa so wo so pa ba o mistake ni ye set time na we application no one man no kure bia na edi nti eyade ba ko a ehia ye pa ye shi obi a oye client and obi oye interested so oye cover for insurance bia ye ka se ka wo no kure wo mu nyina. Yes, it is true say toda o ka no kure ne kire yen a ebetimi aba se wo nya cover. It is true, but eye better so be ka no kure na wo nya cover na wo say okay me ni cover nti se me ye nhihye foforo bia na alternative bia ene menye na memfangu akwan mu rather than say udu sika be shim na wa wonim say no kure bi wa wanka na fe mre ne be so no na it say sebi watu sika to egu nti I make a client say so wonim say wuntimi nka no kure na wo mu nyina for reasons best known to you dear and you keep your money. You don't need a cover. Tamari bache mo daw.
Pachai.
Okay. Adia ba all right. Okay. Sorry. One of the other area is also called misrepresentation of fact. Okay. And when I say misrepresentation of fact, it's somehow similar to non-disclosure. What this means is that the accuracy of the information, it wasn't really displayed. Into information, no man buy, but it wasn't the accurate one. So maybe, yes, you declared to me that there's high blood pressure, but how high or how low it was, when to me and mama that accurate information. All these things have implications on your policy at the time of claim. And when these things happens, clients have the right to feel that insurance providers are thieves or they don't pay claims. I can tell you that last year, MetLife, okay, one of our leading providers, paid about 700,000 claims across UK. Only one provider. Wow. So think about the other providers. Claims are being paid. The only limited number is cases where there is non-disclosure or misrepresentation of facts. That's when it happens that these things carry on. Okay, okay, for people who say, oh, I won't die now or I won't fall sick, I'm not going to have accident. Yes, like I said, no one knows what is ahead of us. No one knows when we are going to breathe our last breath. We have no idea. Nobody knows that as I'm stepping out, I'm going to be involved in a car accident. If we knew, we'll stay in our rooms. But we have no idea, including COVID. Nobody had any gleam or glitch of how COVID is going to start and how it's going to ruin this whole earth. But COVID has come and is still with us. So I am a Christian or I'm a believer. And oftentimes when I go to churches, I back my speech with the word of God. We all know about this king, King Hezekiah, in the book of 2 Kings 20. Death is inevitable, come what may. Death is inevitable, come what may. Okay? So King Hezekiah, even though Isaiah came to declare unto him that he was going to die, yes, it is true. The Bible makes us to understand that his life was extended to 15 years plus. But what I'm trying to say is that 15 years still came and this man died. So come what may, we are going to leave this earth one day. But the question is when? I have no answer. Sister Mary, you also have no answer to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And for people who say, oh, I don't believe in insurance, yes, I'll still go back to the Bible. It says a good man leaves a legacy for his children's children. And a man who does not provide for his own household is worse than an infidel. Okay. So if these things are in the good books, that should tell you that it is a must as parents, it is a must as stewards, it's a must as fathers and mothers to, leave something for our children's children. It could come in any form.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay, and no question on that.
No, please.
All right. Right. So sometimes, funny enough, as advisors too, when we speak to clients, people say, oh, why are you talking to me like this? You are scaring me. Why, you want to kill me? Or are you going to say I'm going to die? We get all those funny responses. No advisor has any intention of plotting any murder or any death for anybody. It is not in our books. It is not in any part of our training. All what we are trying to say is that it is real. Okay,
Yeah.
it is bound to happen. And when we say that, we are not calling for death for our dear clients. No, please do not feel that way. We've had several issues that clients feel that way. Okay. And then the very last response that I do normally get is that it's expensive. I cannot afford it. I ask myself, adeɛ na wokɔ akɔyɛ no kora mpo no, wonya hu ɛboɔ no, wonya mbisa me mpo sɛ ahe na wotɔn no. So how do you know it's expensive? How do you know you cannot afford it? And we get all these things. Yes, we know say clients be on they give us these responses just to push us away. But the bimu honum so in fact they think it's expensive. Let me tell you, the beauty about insurance is that it is based on your budget. Insurance is not like Wacom markets. Now yeah, the products neguho and you see price tags on it. So that this tomatoes is costing £2. This rice is £10. You cannot bargain. Either you have £10 for the rice, you pay for it and you take it, or you have £2 for the tomatoes, take it and then pay for it. Insurance is not like that. Insurance is about your budget. So insurance is just like you going to Asda, you going to Tesco, and you tell them that I have £1. What can I get? Can you get me something? That's how insurance works. It is your money that you get something that will suit the worth of your money or your budget. So insurance is not expensive at all. No matter what you have in your pocket or what you're willing to spend, you will have something to meet that need. And that's why advisors, we are there to help you. We are there to help you tailor that need to meet your budget. So if you tell me, Mavis, I have £20, get something for me. Yes, I'll be able to get something for you. Either life insurance, accident cover, sickness cover, depending on how the conversation goes and where your need area is, I'll be able to tailor it to meet your budget.
Okay.
And those who say insurance is also expensive, let me give this mathematical equation so that you understand how cheap and affordable insurance is. Oftentimes, most people pay between £30 and £50 for life insurance. Most people, per my experience. Yes, we have people who pay £100 and over for life insurance, but most people are between £30 and £50. So let's say you have a life insurance policy of £30 premium. So maybe I would £30. Now policy no valid. Remember, some mature validity and a term anymore. Valid for the next 25 years. And meaning says every month to be a would £30. A feno £360 and I'll be to ya. Safini nyina £360 na abetuya. Ya de multiply by 25 years to come. Ubetuya £9,000 for the whole policy for 25 years now they cover on.
Okay.
And guess what? Why is our policy we say nyame mfa sa ma BBC a sika na da so ne £300,000. So much £9,000 to £300,000. It is not even up to even 3%. And do 3% in pool. And to what say you say baby, but when you sit back and you do these calculations, you realize say, oh yeah, if you are not protected, or you are missing out if you are not protected. You are thinking about £30 now, obetono. £30, coffee shop, so coffee at all. And as we see abontin, you may McDonald's near there. I'm not saying don't spend on the kids. Yes, it's necessary, but then you spend that £30 easily. So it's all about priority and choices. Which one are you holding high esteem for? Dear, when are your priority? Do you want to take your children to McDonald's, to KFC every day, spend £30 on them? Or you want to spend £30 to cover you and the children in case say BBC, so that the children will not be financially strained or stranded? It's a matter of choices and priorities. You think say £30, no better media yeah, those kind of shopping here and there, no, but insurance they won't find it. But then if you switch your mind and you know the essence and the necessity of insurance, you see that spending £30 to cover yourself and the whole family is just something small. It's just a peanut.
Okay. Maybe some.
That should be something.
It's a £30 I may spend it per month. That's a one colabe 7 cra. It's the same amount. Okay, what? Is it the same amount?
Okay, good question. £30, so one kola 7 is the same amount, but there's a but there.
Kitchen, please.
The reason being that unkola 7 say emubie di 18 years, emubie di 23 years a hono na question mark na wo, because legally yen nyina yenim say akola bie di 18 years emra mu no on shada anye dependent bio. Udi 18 years amrama okwan ma utimi ye niema bebre. Nti 18 years onsa. Nti se wo ma no omoye 7 na ebie di 18 years and ebie di 23 years cover no, even though omo wo mu bi, but somehow so omo ni mu bi. Ni enti e ma meka se omo wo mu bi, but somehow omo ni mu bi ni se omo wo mu bi, even though se eye wo ma, but omo ntimi nye dependent e wo policy ni mu. Si ekasa obi ye dependent obi a wedi free under 18 iko bia e dependent. Nti life insurance botaye wo ho nyina ne se woye se in case se bibi to maame no bibi to papa no se bio e bia wafi mu yaya se ne ebe ya nkwala no omunye stranded. Nti obabi a wedi 18 years no, yes, or ye covered, but ono no be gina mu acclaim sika no e de ama ne nua no mo nketewa no.
Okay.
And somehow or you're covered, somehow on you're covered. Because akola nankasa di 18 years na krompo na onoa timi ye onoa ne life insurance. And the reason why me used to 18 years and 23 years and say 18 years no onoa ye ne dwuma, onoa ye ne sika. Bi kra no ontene maame and ontene papa nchen, especially krom hanom ye hu da onoa na ebo ne bra. Onoa betimi aye insurance. Nti eba ne sa na onhye wo maame ana papa sibiem for life insurance cover. But Ebiana were the 18 years though, or that's so one maame ne papa nchen, or full-time education more, still emremon or a dependent. Because on one can ntimi nhwe ne ho, or that's so die maame ne papa no. Nti eba ne cover, ebe cover mo nyina, even though we're the 18 years. And it depends. Say enkwala 7 no, ebi di 18 years wadi 18 or full-time education ana ono ne papa ne maame ena da so te ana all those factors no yehwe ni nyina de ana mpem bi tumi ka say oh enti no wo hwe a metua sen a insurance advisor bia ni wo betumi ahwe w'anim fefefe sɛ woyɛ tuntum ana akɔkɔ no aka sɛ mehwɛ sɛ woyɛ akɔkɔ yi a wobetua 20 wo anim yɛ tum dodo sɛ medie wobetua 30. It doesn't work like that. You say obia ne circumstance na fi yɛtumi adidi si neɛ ɛbɛboa.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Adeɛ baako nso so a meka de atwa mu nso ne sɛ ɛyɛ na ebi mo ka sɛ providers entua claim a one of the mistakes a clients yɛyɛ paa ne sɛ oh matua insurance ya 1 year 2 years bibi nsie na sister Mary ɛyɛ na mebisa sɛ ɛyɛ na yɛtua insurance no premium na ɛyɛ na yɛtwɛn sɛ bibi besi ana metia si obi sɛ metia 5 years bibi nsie. Are you saying say in the name of 30 pounds 20 pounds na wutua e de abɔ ho ban in case of bibi sinuntin in the name of that you by all means you wanted to die. Debi ameka se ewuo ho se mienu kra ho o de debi mienu kra de so e ye 5 nyankopon my 5 options kra nka me fa ba kokora ni agoro
I know that.
Me for ba kokora ni agoro. So I don't see why you are paying insurance premium and in the name of that you are welcoming your death. In the name of that you are welcoming critical illness be se embra also. No. Enti no bi wono say oh metia mi hunu so metia bibi then you call the provider, you cancel the policy. In my experience as an advisor, I'll tell you what, most the times, as soon as you cancel the policy, the unforeseen happens, unfortunately. As soon as you cancel the policy that I don't need it, the unforeseen happens. And once the policy is cancelled, you don't have any contract with the provider. So if something should happen, you are not covered, unfortunately. So most mistakes are clients and say on to me ade no hwe ya ho kire kakra bi aba of our telephone and only the first thing omo cancel free direct debit mo and no cancel we ya na fe ade na see that should tell you said the na make no who name that asem who name what next day holds for you. Until it's better you prepare yourself ahead.
Okay.
If you cancel it and the unforeseen happens, you can't make any claim. The obi o no ma cancel the policy that ba ni trim no fu say ni otu aya kakra ni ntino or cover oboa only cover. Once you have cancelled it, that's it.
Sister Mary, but maybe so way.
This me.
Mo bibi a friend no legal expenses insurance.
Okay.
Bibi so.
Yes, your legal expenses insurance or
Okay.
say why insurance for say in case of say asem cow. Ayana oftentimes is related to travel or it's related to accident. Be a word to coin akodi crofo for so be abroad. Oko ye when your accident no ho asem no ama legal procedures abem. Okay, twinima mentwi bi aba beto. You know that's legal proceedings. In name say offer lawyer obetu yaneka. So that claim or that cover is to bear that cost. Bibi sa ho.
Okay.
But instead of not making, I want us to switch our mind to protection only. But if your question is not answered, that we can dive a little bit into it.
It has been answered, but just that I have this person who have this issue,
Okay.
or call the doctor and her GP, and mistakenly he was given antibiotics to take 3 times a day.
Okay.
And that wasn't the right medication for him.
Okay.
And he has some complications. So after a week, he went back and he was seen by another doctor. Then the doctor got to find out that the one which they gave him, which wasn't the present doctor though, was wrong. He wasn't supposed to be taking that amount because antibiotics not like that. So it happens that the previous GP or doctor made a mistake, and this has caused issue. So he gave it to a lawyer, but these things, it involves money. because court things and blah blah blah. It
Yeah,
will go through. But
very expensive.
the thing is, the response he got later, he gave it to one solicitor, and they were saying they can't help him with that unless he has got the legal expensive, the thing that I just asked you, unless he
Yeah.
has got that to fund his
Mhm.
investigation, then he can get some claim. He can go further and get whatever they are supposed to give him, like to go far, because that's very risky. Something could have happened to him, you understand? So he has to drop out from that because the money involved, he can't afford it. So he has to
Thank
stop.
you.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
just a bit much concerned about it. That's why when you brought up this, I decided it's a good thing because most people don't know the benefits of these things. You understand? They are ignorant of it. And some
Mhm.
people too will tell them, oh, these things, they are, as you said already, don't give you your money, they are this, they are that. But you said it before that if you speak the truth, what kind of crana? We yare akasa we yare. Or mom you
Mhm.
almost work and crana. The right time you get what you're supposed to get. But don't listen to
Exactly.
people for them telling you it's not good, it's not that, it's not that. Because this thing that has happened to this man that I'm talking about. Omo ebia omo kiche ne sade we enye good menye no. And then anko ye nanka akofa ananka sa claims legal protection we ye and anka omo looking into that na ochine bi wenya ne was onya can ye mu anu no.
That's true.
But it's rather unfortunate that he can't proceed, you understand? And it's so bad.
Yeah, I'm actually emotional, and your story you're sharing actually reminds me of somewhere last year, November. We had similar case with one of our clients. And before I talk about my experience, let me talk a little bit about what you said. So, the bottom line is because that person could not afford paying the solicitor or the legal practitioner, that was why they were calling for that cover. So, like you
Mm,
rightly said, if he or she had that policy in place,
mm,
it would have been used as a source
already,
of funding.
mm. That was what they told him.
Exactly. So it brings back to what we are talking about, this insurance. I always ask most of my clients, if the unforeseen happens, do you have any other source of funds that you think you can cater for the family, that the family will not be restrained? And most of the answers I get is no. So if it is no, that is why you need to go for it. If you have other source of funds that you think it will be equivalent to, that lump sum or that big money that will be able to cater for the family, especially the children, then you don't need insurance. We are here to advise you based on need. I've advised most clients that I realize they have no need. I let them go because they don't need it. But if you need it, that's when we come in to help you. So this person that you're saying, he was supposed to have acknowledged that he or she needed it and then start paying for it, but he or she did not. Now I get to know that even when you're going for mortgage, some of the lenders do ask you, do you have life insurance in place? It's a requirement for most of the
Oh,
lenders. It's a
okay.
requirement. But funny enough, when we buy our, tough cars, when we buy our property, we know it is a must in this country to
Mm.
insure those property. Why can't you insure your
Exactly.
immediate family, your children? Are you saying that car is worth more than your children?
Mm,
That spending 20 pounds, spending 30 pounds to cover the whole family in case something happens, you think it's expensive. You think you cannot afford it. But when we quote your car insurance, no matter how expensive it is, you have no choice. You pay for it.
mm,
When we quote insurance on your mortgages, no matter how it is, you know it's a must. You will do it.
mm.
Now we are going for home and content insurance. Securing the gadgets, that's the smart TVs, the laptops, we are securing them. What about our children?
Mm.
Sometimes I feel so bad when I get to meet couples or some parents, that they think in that way. Sorry to say, it's shallow minded. Forgive me about my words, because that little will go a long way to help you. Like I was saying, last year, it happened to one of our clients. When I went to their home, women, the man was interested in getting cover for the whole family. The woman was like, no, 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 darling, Don't do it. It's too expensive. No, 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 no. We can't afford it. I said whatever I needed to say. This woman stood in the way that they are not ready for it now. They are going to do it later. What could I have done? I let it go. As fate could have it, as I am talking to you now, the man is no more.
Oh dear.
This woman has regretted that if I knew, I could have done something in place. Because now you're going to mourn your husband's absence. What's the contribution that your husband was contributing, so far as the family is concerned, is no more. There's a gap.
A big one.
Now you have to do with that money. The children were in private schools. I'm not saying if your children are in public schools, it's not okay. But then that is the lifestyle that they wanted. They wanted their children to be in private schools. Now there's no money. The children will have to come back to the normal school or education. You have to work yourself hard to cater for 4 children. But if this woman had agreed that day to go for a cover, at least you would have had some money in place. Even though your husband is gone, yes, it's a sad event. You're going to mourn him. But financially, you'll be at ease.
Mm.
So those are some of the reasons why we advise people spend some time, spend some money on getting a cover. And according to principle of financial intelligence, okay, no advisor, unless the advisor is money conscious, but then per our training and our license, should advise any client to spend more than 5% of their net monthly income. When I say 5%, so let's say maybe you earn £2,000. Okay, when we are looking at 5%, we are looking at something around £100. So if you're earning £2,000, ideally, don't spend more than £100 on policy or cover. Don't spend more than £100. So if you look at the range, £2,000, and you're using £100 to cover you and your family for in case something happens. And guess the magic, that 5% that you're spending on that insurance, when that unforeseen happens, that you will not be able to go and come to earn that £2,000, that money will be catering for you. That 5% will be catering for you. So it's something worth considering. I don't know if I'm talking too much. If my time is up, you tell me. As for me, when you leave me, I'll talk. This area, it's so broad. Can I carry on?
Yes, yes.
Okay. One of the areas that I also want to touch on is that oftentimes when you meet clients or prospects, they say, oh, why is it that this sister of mine or this friend of mine is paying £70 and I am paying no, let me put it this way. Why is that this sister of mine is paying £20 and you want to get me a quote of £50? So meaning mine is expensive. Why is it that she is paying £20? So many factors goes into it. Okay, so when you see a sister or a brother paying, let's say, £7 on insurance, don't think she's got a cover that is cheaper than yours, you that you are paying £50. One of the factors that we consider as advisor is age. So first of all, the age difference between you and that sister or brother, how is it like? As you are aging, okay, your premiums are likely to be higher than somebody who is underage or somebody who is not really aged. So let's say somebody who is 60 years, you are likely to pay higher premiums than somebody who is 30 years. So if a 60-year-old man or old woman should see a 30-year-old lady or man, and you think, oh, you are paying £60, why am I paying £30? It's that age difference. It all affects quotation. Okay. Another reason why somebody will pay high premium or low premium is about medical condition. Remember, we talk about medical situation. Earlier stages that you declare it. Okay. So if I don't have any medical condition and you have a medical condition, 1 condition, 2 condition, 3 conditions. Yesterday I met a client, he has 3 conditions: high blood pressure, cholesterol, and then arthritis. Okay, such a client, you are going to pay high premium than me that I don't have any medical condition. That's why we tell people, especially the young adults, let me put it that way, that it is best to go for insurance when you're young. It is best to go for insurance when you don't have any medical condition. I've had situations whereby you meet clients, the client says, "Oh, I want to go and think about it with my partner," like what we often hear. "Oh, I'm not ready to do it now. I want to do it later." Later, when they come back, you ask them, "Oh, my GP has diagnosed that I have high blood pressure now." You're going to pay high premium. But if you had done it earlier with no medical condition, sealed. But if you wait till when you are being diagnosed of any medical condition, chances are that you're going to pay high premiums. How high or how it's going to be high, the providers decide.
So, meaning if you do it first without any health condition and later you get a health condition, it's the same amount you're going to pay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as at the time that you did the application, your circumstance is what we are considering, not later.
Not later. Okay.
That's good. So the best time to go for insurance, I tell clients, is when you don't need it. You know, that time that you feel like, oh, I'm young, I'm exuberant, I'm interested in going for dresses, bags, shoes, those classic accessories. You don't need it. That is the very time that you need it. If you wait till the time that you need it, you may not get it, or you may get it with exclusions, or you may get it with high premiums. So medical condition is one of the factors that affects premium. Another area is whether you smoke. Okay, your smoking status. Do you smoke at all? Somebody who smokes, you are higher risk than somebody who is a non-smoker. So if you smoke, you're going to pay high premiums than somebody who does not smoke. I've had clients that when I do a quote for them, and I tell them your quote is going to be slightly high because of you smoking, they say, "Oh, so what if I stop smoking?" If you stop smoking in a space of 12 solid months, okay, no smoking at all, then we deem you to be non-smoker. So if you're able to stop smoking, get back to me. Tell me, Mavis, I've stopped smoking. These are the evidence. For the past 12 months, I've never smoked. So what we'll do is that we'll send nurses to come to your house. They will do a nicotine test just to verify if you have indeed stopped smoking or not. When we're able to trace that indeed you have stopped smoking, we can reduce your premiums. Another area is weight. Weight. It looks very trivial, but it's something of a concern. If your weight is really, really over the board, like maybe over 90 or above 90, is quite crucial. So right now that you're a young lady, you've not given birth, we know most ladies, when we give birth, we put on weight. You may not even be able to go back to your usual state. When they tell you go for cover, you think, "Oh, I'm young, I don't have children. Oh, no, it's not needed later." Okay, once you give birth, and fortunately or unfortunately for you, if you are not able to go back to your previous state and you gain weight more than 90, you're likely to pay high premiums.
Ooh.
Nti aba ne saa na wa wo no ma your body to say no na ya fa mo na ya dwane. Forgive me, okay? But then those are some of the things that affect premium. So you never know when you're going to gain weight. Sometimes when we get pregnant, there's something we call gestational diabetes. It is not your fault.
Yeah.
Okay. It is not your habit. And but by virtue of you being pregnant, nobody knows what causes it.
Yeah.
You get this gestational diabetes. Oh, you start putting on weight. I went to me and Jenny year and I just said, all these things, it affects premium. Another thing is alcohol and if you are somebody that you take alcohol to the extent that your GP has warned you that the way your alcohol state is going, it's affecting your liver, it's affecting your lifestyle, you will pay high premiums. Nti no wohwe kran Pastor Mary na obi kasa asem we say oye insurance kran na eboa wo because now one person bet your high premiums nti wo behwe weight
Aye, and okay.
High premiums into no one sana on no be jai.
Mm.
And about I've had 2 clients they stop smoking because they don't want to pay high premiums, and it's healthy for you.
Mm.
We all know say smoking okoto pack ya trouble kesipa smoking kills, but we still smoke.
Hmm.
And another area is whether a policy ni a joint and as a singular. Unsa shasi na ye ka aware for asem no. Oko for joint policy quite cheaper than oye for single, okay? It doesn't mean say oye singular ubetuya too expensive, but comparatively I oko as the another school near say buy 2 for the price of 1. Okay. And in auto 2 in when you offer womb. That is how we do it. It's a couples are young consider say separate say obi a 2020 into 20 pounds anya 40 pounds. You better say more couples and am any joints into no. Ebi a yemfa mamo 35 and I yemfa mamo 30. Not just say offer number or honor. So those are some of the options. You make it affects premium. And when you see say obi to 20 pounds, now utia 30 pounds don't be in a hurry to judge that yours is expensive. Okay. And the very last one is your package now koji and then a womb and a hopa na ya na ehia me. Sister Mary, go for be brave insurance will be say into the insurance and if ho time be na betimi claim yours mimpo de minimo. I'm wondering. So what do you have? And you
Yeah,
know,
so.
when him went to claim, when him
Mm.
terms and conditions a better home, when him package a womb. So when do you make a claim?
Mm.
And that is why I've taken it upon myself. Say me who fellow Ghanaian, I try to speak tree more. Say ne be yanti ase ne beko. And my doors are open. Say be at that moment in the crown I want ase. In future, if you want to get back to me, come get back to me. Mr. Mavis. My policy now say about then I'll book an appointment with you, spend time and explain it to you into detail. I'm a what ase. Nti package no ne ɛwɔ mu nso no affect premium. Obi wa wayɛ life insurance but optional benefit in case of say ebi a onya fracture anaasɛ onya accident ɛno nso extra benefit ɛka ho. Obi wa ne life insurance cover ne mma in case of say ɔmo mu bi yɛ diagnosed of critical illness ɛno nso yɛ package ne ka ho. Obi wɔ hɔ nom wɔ life insurance nso yɛ obi bi ɛfrɛ ne global treatment in case of say ɔpɛ sɛ osiki medical care abroad or sa option wo nti saa nneɛma no nyinaa yɛ optional benefit ɛyɛ na ɛwɔ package no mu nti wonni mu a memfiti prɛko nka sɛ wodeɛ no deɛ ne boɔde me deɛ ne deɛ nyɛ saa na ɛteɛ ahwɛ na me life insurance sika ɛda so yɛ 500,000 pounds wodeɛ ɛda so yɛ 300,000 pounds you don't expect sɛ nyina ɛbɛtua the same premium
Yeah.
because me sika ne dɔɔso kyɛn wodeɛ no
Mm.
So when you get to know, say, obi tia 70, obi tia 30, now the insurance be na utu ya wodi na boarding sa no. Ye be kan is here. Miss Slow.
Ebeka bu abe mama wa cancel.
Wa be mama wa cancel.
Cancel ya na fe wenu.
Cancel ye ya na fe oyiwa. De na da was yanka. Enti unti bibia se a eno na ma ne ye de no. Obi wo say oh me call online and na me call ye insurance. Ye nsi obi ya kwan. Say onkoye wo online. Yes, products ni bi wo ho. But what I'm telling you is that products ni bi so wo ho no ma wunya e wo online. Aje yen advices ni pe. And you bet me I recommend the amount. And the good thing is that every time I will pay claim ye wo ho see ebe boa claim procedure any ade nyina. And afenso wonti bibia say a wotimi ba back to us. Ye be chechire mu acho. But akokoye wo online a wonti bibia say e wa wasem. So the choice is yours. Yensi obi ya kwan. But those are some of the things that, affect premium. And to our terms, when you go online, you are confused. You don't know what you are going for. You start paying and it's just useless. Samaria time as one.
Oh, we are not just one wrapping it up. Am I what I say?
Okay. And so no mami about types of insurance ni be because I'm saying when you can about life insurance. Your life insurance, your critical illness cover, your income protection, make a such as a medical bobi so. And we also have funeral cover, We have accident, sickness, and hospitalization cover. So many areas. So I just want to touch a little bit about these areas of cover. First of all, when we say life insurance, it comes in two areas. Okay, we have life insurance that you use it to cover your dependents. Remember, I explained who a dependent is: somebody who is under 18, or if they are above 18 and they are still in full-time education, they are deemed to be dependent. Okay, so you do life insurance to cover your partner, either your wife or your spouse, and your young dependents. And what you're saying is that in case the policy holder, you, the one that you're doing the insurance, in case you have passed on, or in case there's terminal illness that doctor has confirmed that less than 12 months you're not going to make it, life insurance pays out. So that's one of the areas of life insurance. It covers the family, which is your partner, and the children as well. We also have life insurance that you use it to cover your mortgage. So apart from your usual mortgage insurance that you pay, we also have life insurance that you cover for your mortgage. Remember, we explained what insurance is as what if something happens. So let's say you go for a mortgage, beautiful property in a nice area, 4-bedroom, okay, house, and then maybe the price quote is maybe £800,000. We are just using it as an instance. So that £800,000 is a cost that you're going to bear in the next 35 years that you need to pay off the mortgage. So we all know that when you are going for mortgage, lenders come in. These banks, they lend you money to be able to, fund for it and then carry it on. The big question is, within the next 35 years ahead of you, like we said, we don't know what is in it. We don't know the fate in it. Anything can happen. What if you're terminally ill? What if there's critical illness? What if there's an accident that you can't go to work? What if you are even laid off work? How are you going to pay that mortgage? So these unforeseen circumstances, you go for life insurance cover to cover this mortgage, that in case there is death, in case there's serious ill health, insurance will cater for the outstanding balance on the mortgage. And I have one lady in a former church, out of COVID, she lost her spouse and the mortgage has been paid off. And this woman says, I mourn my husband's absence, but I don't mourn just because of financial restraint, because the mortgage has been paid off. And they are enjoying life insurance for the dependent aspect of £500,000. So that's an aspect of, yes, that's an aspect of life insurance. When you go for life insurance to cover your mortgage, that is how it works. In case the understanding is not really into detail, when you see us, we have one-on-one appointments. We give you the detailed explanation for you to understand it better. But then the overview of it is that life insurance, we have it in two areas: the one to cover your mortgage and the one to cover your family, the spouse and the young children. There's also another area. What if you, the policyholder, you are critically ill? This one, it has nothing to do with the family. It has nothing to do with mortgage. What if you are critically ill? What if you can't go back to work as soon as possible? So this insurance, we call it critical illness cover. Sometimes we say CIC. So when you hear a licensed advisor saying CIC, it means critical illness cover. And this cover, it pays out a lump sum. Remember, I explained what a lump sum is. The money is paid one-off in full. So if you do a critical illness policy of maybe £50,000, that in case I am critically ill, insurance should pay me that money. They will pay you that money in case you are diagnosed of any critical illness cover. Okay, one of the areas that we do get critical illness cover claim is heart attack, stroke, and cancer. Those three areas, very common. We get claims in that direction. But that doesn't mean that it is only those three areas that are covered. Depending on the provider, some have 40 conditions, some have 60 conditions, some do have 65 conditions. All these are factors in place. So that is it for critical illness cover. The next area is income protection. What income protection does is that if you work let's say you are self-employed or you work for someone, okay? The big question is that if you are seriously ill and you can't go back to work within the shortest possible time, how long is your employer going to get pay you? Some of the responses that I do get is, my employer is going to pay me for 3 months. Some do say, oh, 6 weeks. Some do even say, I don't even know. They don't know.
Wow.
As that, they don't know. Okay, then the next question is, so if you are critically ill and you can't go back to work and your employer pays you 6 months, 6 weeks, after that 6 weeks, let's say you are still not well, what happens? Oh, so madam, because BB anymore. Okay, so that's when insurance becomes very crucial. So when you go for income protection, you cover yourself for that monthly money that you get. You'll be paid part of it. Okay. And yes, you can amount. So if you're earning something around £2,000, it doesn't mean insurance is going to pay you £2,000 every month. They're going to pay you 5%. That means you're looking at something around 1,400, if my math is correct. 1,400. That would be around that every month. Some of the questions that I do get is that why are they not paying for the whole 2,000? Yes, they are not paying for the whole 2,000 because they weigh the risk. Every insurance provider weighs risk, or every business owner, every entrepreneur, they weigh the risk involved. So they won't pay you the whole 2,000, but at least you're getting something. Half a loaf of bread, we say, is better than nothing. Exactly. So that's what income protection does. We also have what we call funeral cover or whole of life. Initially, I was saying that every policy has a validity. Every policy has a term. I've explained what validity and term is. This funeral cover or whole of life, as the name goes, it doesn't expire. So when you go for this policy, there's no expiry date. The policy expires once the policy holder passes on. And this policy goes for somebody who is above the age of 50. Okay. So ideally, we cannot do it for somebody who is under 50. But above 50, you can think about your funeral arrangement. That doesn't mean you're going to die, please. That does not mean you're going to die, but you're just putting measures in place that in case it should happen, you don't want to financially burden your children or your dependents with your funeral arrangements. So the money that is paid is funded towards your funeral arrangements and nothing else. As of last year, the maximum that anybody could claim was £10,000. But now, because of high cost of living, inflation, and other areas, key factors, it has been extended to £15,000. So that's the maximum anybody can claim on funeral insurance. Most of my clients is in 15,000. Yes, all the year. A dorsal cry, be becca. I no credit. A dorsal. A dear uncle. And I the very well.
You know there.
And to the last area, accident, sickness, and hospitalization. So I cover with a cover in case of accidents, in case of yaria to hospital. Now, make an accident. I don't mean car accident or motor accident alone. In our various households, there could be staircase. You trip, and then there's broken bone. That's an accident. There could be water on the floor. You trip, you sit on a chair that has got loose legs, broken back. And even some of our children, like the year 6 and 5, they are into clubs, football, rugby. We get thousands of claims from there around children. So if your child is into football, is into rugby, I'm not saying stop him or her, but then what they are doing, they are in a vulnerable state. All these things happen over and over. Get your child covered. In case these things happens, at least while spending time with your child in the hospital, you have some money to support you. So those are the need areas that I've explained. If there's any question, I think I've spoken for too much. If there are questions, let them come.
I think audience will bring up questions later and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. But for now, what I want to ask, I've already asked. And I already know all these things. Thankful to you. So I'm okay with that. Yeah. So if that's all you've got for us today, I'll say a very big thank you. And I know me did say any na yesua bibi ne. Nti obi biara obehwe replay and ase ohwe no. So obi catch us na life insurance na omtisi sister bra. Wa kokoye bi na hwese ne ade no esifate. Mentie ni obi kan nye so ochene bi no se esunsunsu oba nipa no tinifie o. Enye ono no go through what you are going through. Nti no ya wade eni se ka kire nkrofo se na maye we na maye we. Oh yeah, ochene bi no wa na be benefit. Wa na obenya so mfa so ni webusua. See, for me, I believe say very good because enya ade ya ade bone say wa we ensure ho a ochene bi no bibi ni a obenya bibi na wo de ahwe oni webusua. I believe say very good. Eti yada sister Mavis, thank you so much. That's nyame show. Say whatever na waba. Aba be church mu nti obi biara ope obi biara or what questions be and or the bar I'll get back to you and I say you leave down your telephone number so first I
Okay.
will they'll get back to you then yeah so it's basically leave your telephone number okay yeah
Okay. Thank you so much. So the number is 079 519 639 25. 079 519 639 25. Wofrɛ me anɔpa awia enyimmerɛ a wo nsa bɛka me wo nsa anka me a immediately me hu miss call a I'll get back to you.
ahomache anadofa ni na
Ne nyinaa
e
yɛyɛ
dey be na ukunu so ai busy o na obi wa be fra me post and we had
ɛnyɛ anadwo a na yɛyɛ
oh
ɛnyɛ anadwo a
okay
na anadwo a na yɛ a wɔyɛ wo deɛ.
Oh, they be saying where they are some can be no go no that time no benya ho. Now be from na bia baby a we do no do echi na afi na be ye you at say. Mo fa che why we dey we twem keke. Mo fa che.
But you to be frɛ why? What I frɛ na say bibi sa to say the sister American is bibi sa wo hodo ma. O de me wi am frɛ why?
I know me. But I saw what you too. Okay. See, we thank everyone so much for your time and everything. So, Obibia, when your information, please don't forget to subscribe and to share and to like and to leave your comments. And I'll get back to you. Even send a telephone number. If you didn't get her telephone number, if you get back to me, if you reach out to me, I'll give you her details. Then you can contact her. She'll have time for you through Zoom, explain everything to you for you to understand. Yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you, Sister Mavis. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Yeah. So see you on Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday. I have a wonderful topic to share to you, viewers, and I'll bring it up in the next few days for you to know. Yeah. Wow. So thank you. Stay blessed and stay safe. Bye.